It's over 300 years since boats like these were last seen on Strangford Lough. What you're looking at now could herald a revival, not just of traditional skills, but of a sporting activity that will have an effect right across the community in every port around this coastline. Go.
I think Strangford Lough is very well suited to this type of activity. We do have sheltered waters, and we do have a very interesting coastline with islands and so on. And there was a tradition of rowing boat racing here. The old right and wheel row used to run every year, and it was well supported by a lot of local clubs around the loch. And I would see great potential. It was a very popular event then. I would imagine it'd be good to see a lot of the local clubs getting involved again.
We have quite a few sailors in the loch, so rowing would be a new challenge for everybody.
There's a bar there. It's called a stretcher bar. You want your feet on that so you can push off. It's not sliding seat, it's what they call Cornish sliding seat.
And I think this would be an asset to see this boat racing and boat building, and then to get communities interested in it, because I think it's a community involvement thing together, and I think that's where the potential is and that's where the future is.
We need to make use of the water that we have. Like it's so local. It would just be a shame not to make use of it.
Obviously, we said the water so often, and it plays such a fundamental part with like the likes of the turbine and the ferry boat. I think it's something that kids should be looking to get involved in.
I was terrified to go out there, but then come back, I want to go out and do it again.
Yeah, I was really scared whenever I went out too, because I can't swim, but I think it was great and would like to do it again.
There is a good take up from the youth, and something that's different. It's on our doorstep. They're often open to new challenges and new concepts, and I do think this would work in this region.
And there they are, a trained crew pulling hard against wind and wave. But just look at them. The boat's in its element. It's exactly what it's designed for. Just look at it go.
How many frames do you put on them when you're building them?
Well, because they're a class boat, they specify how many, and there are 17.
No, I'm talking about building frames. You know, the frames you put on to build around.
Yeah, 17.
17.
That's what I mean, 17. Usually I build with 3 if I'm building by eye. What do you use?
Yes, 3 or 4.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a day on art around here, quite honestly, you know.
It is. It's important to be captured.
Yeah.
Probably even, you can hardly get anybody to row a boat now. It's all outboards. I think it would have to be a club that had the gigs, and somebody that would look after them and maintain them, like, you know. It's all right starting these things off, getting them started and that, but it's maintaining them and keeping them going that is the problem, you know. When you always get a lot of interest at the start, but it can fade out whenever it comes to the bit of work to be done, like sandpapering and painting and all at the beginning of the year. Like,
I mean, whether you're 15 or 50 or 75, I mean, people can row that boat, and I think what people want in anything is to be involved, engaged, and my God, it's wonderful exercise.
We've seen today, we've been taking people out from both sides, local guys out rowing, never rowed before, and they're naturals. It's in the blood.
If the commitment's there with the young people and the adults get behind them and draw down a bit of funding, I think there's the opportunity there for this to happen.
I think yes, it would be very necessary for the community, to build better relationships.
And I think here is going to be special. There's nowhere else like this. And I think just to have this body of water with all the surrounding towns and villages participating would be a great place to host a large-scale regatta. Because when you get that many people in a place, you've got the accommodations here, you've got all the facilities that people would need. And it would just be marvellous, wouldn't it, to see hundreds of boats on the loch.
Somebody said about, this being a project. It's not. It becomes your life.
And it's just a wonderful idea. I mean, it would be wonderful if all the villages around the loch were just do it in the winter time. It would engage so many people, and it would keep the skill of traditional boat making alive. I mean, we could have a national gig competition here in the loch. I mean, there's nowhere else in the UK has them. They have one down in the Scillies, but they've no national ones. It could happen.
There's just such a compelling reason why you should have a club here. That I think that you just got to set a club up, get a public meeting, and just get on with it, because I think it will happen. and it's just a matter of making that bold step.